naturally have moisture, so that moisture is going to pull all of those extra flavors and stuff into the vegetables. And kind of like, I don't know if you heard the term, but deglaze. I'm going to deglaze the pan, which is to use all the remnants and fun and extra nooks and crannies that are left behind by whatever protein you have cooked. So first it's going to be a little bit of this oil. Now when you're using extra virgin olive oil, you got to be careful because it has a very low smoke point, meaning that the smoke point is the point in which the oil begins to start to burn, and it gives it a nasty, like bitter flavor whenever you're using like burnt oil. So it's got to be a quick process. Same with sesame oil, burns really quick. Canola oil and vegetable oils usually have a higher smoke point, so you're able to get those hotter before they actually start to burn. So just a very little bit of oil. Doesn't take much. Pan's already seasoned. So first I'm gonna go down with my mahi, and it does have a certain amount of moisture, so the pan wasn't actually as hot as I thought it was. So I'm gonna turn it up. You guys can't smell it, but if you could, you would love that aroma. Cold stew. And we're gonna kill the fan because I think we're in good shape. So I have my trusty spatula and my wooden spoon, and I'm just gonna move this stuff around. See, and whenever I move it, you can see the fish is kind of breaking up and sticking to it. That's what I'm talking about, is leftover on the skillet that's going to add flavor to my vegetables. So it's cooling down quite a bit. I'm going to turn it up a lot, and I'm going to add a tad bit more oil right on top. And if this was a hot wok or a saute pan, it would be cooking a lot faster. So I got to baby it a little bit because I'm using a flat top, and you don't typically do this type of cooking at home. But see how we get down. Spread that out, and if you look at the skillet, look closely at the skillet, you'll see oil, but you see a lot of moisture. All right, that moisture has cooled the skillet down quite a bit. So it's gonna take us a little bit more time to get some brown vegetables and get the stir fry like it should be. So I'm gonna turn it all the way up to high now. And again, that is one of the pitfalls of cooking with electricity, because once it cools off, it takes a while to get its heat back up. And as you can see, cooking at home, you have stuff falling off, etc. All you do is throw it back in the pan. You know, as long as your kitchen clean and kept up. So we're just gonna let that sear on that side. And I'm going to mix these vegetables up. I'm probably even going to go back and add a little bit of extra oil to it. Yeah. Speed up that process. My daughter is getting popped. And oil pops typically whenever you have hot oil and you have moisture, water, wine, anything that has a lot of moisture or water in it doesn't react well with the oil, and it pops, and you can very well get burnt. I've been cooking so long that it typically doesn't bother me unless I burn myself really, really well. So I'm going to take a minute just to clean up. Pause. Action. As you can see, the pan has caught back up, and you see the smoke. So now what I'm going to do is turn that back down a little bit. I got it hot like I wanted to, and I'm going to take the soy sauce and deglaze my pan. And now you're starting to see that caramelization take place. You're starting to see the vegetables and the protein change colors a bit. And I'm going to break real quick to get this off the skillet, and then start stir frying my vegetables. Pause. All right, now you can see the rice sat, cooked up a little bit, and absorbed some of that starch. So now it's a little more fluffier. Not overcooked, nice and tender. So next and lastly, we're going to do our vegetable stir fry pretty much the same way, except we're going to finish it with a little bit of lime juice with a little bit more of the soy sauce. So onion oil down. I got a little unevenness on this skillet, but still should be fine. And it's a fine line between too hot and not hot enough. And that's the hard thing when I'm cooking with this electricity, that it's hard to gauge. You know, let's try not to burn down the house in the process. On it a little bit, so I had to pull the combs out, which probably was the right tool from the beginning with the vegetables and the size of the skillet, or with the protein I should say, and the size of the skillet. I just have a little bit more control. So a good rule of thumb is use the right tool for the right task, and it'll make things a whole lot easier. And as you can see, still not hot enough. I'm getting a little sizzle, but not the kind of heat that I would want. And I'm still trying to kind of learn a little bit as I cook in this kitchen, because I'm doing things that I didn't typically do before. So I want to get some caramelization on these onions, nice and brown. And at the same time, the green leaves start to wilt and kind of release their moisture. So it helps me control the heat a little bit. And the more and more you cook, the more and more you'll cook, the more and more you'll understand how to control the cooking process, and how to slow stuff up, how to speed stuff up, and how to do all of this without actually compromising the integrity of the food. So you just want to keep that moving around so it doesn't burn. And then I'm going to come behind myself with lime juice first, finish up with a little soy sauce, and that's it. Oh, and one last thing is the seasoning. Or the seasoning mixture I have, which I have now, but you don't have to go crazy with salt, pepper, and butter, and all these things that aren't exactly great for you to accomplish great flavors. You got to learn to appreciate fresh ingredients, fresh food, and properly cooked ingredients. Vegetables are key in a person's diet. You can't always just eat protein. So it's nicely seasoned. I typically taste my food throughout the process. So we're ready to finish up. Probably take a little more seasoning, maybe a little salt, but we're going to get a lot of that saltiness from the soy sauce that we're using. So that's my lime juice, which is going to help deglaze. The onions aren't as brown as I would like them, but they're still tender. Peppers are still crunchy. Vegetables are still nutritious. The longer you cook vegetables, the less nutrition and vitamins and things cook out of them. They're not as good for you as if you just did it fresh. So that's pretty much it. That's all I'm gonna do with this. You can always add seasoning, you can never take it away. So be careful with over seasoning whatever food you're eating. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the heat. Also, cooking at home a lot is going to heat up the kitchen. So if you're in a place that has good ventilation, I would say take advantage of it. Maybe open a window or so. My situation is, as the seasons change, I got to change up how I cook. If I don't have that ventilation, it gets super hot. But that's it. Nothing special. Just some lightly stir-fried vegetables with a little bit of soy sauce and some lime juice. I already cooked the protein. I got my rice. Now it's time to eat. I appreciate y'all's time. God bless.